ugly. Are we alive? And 5 by 5. Hey. Are you rocking tonight? I'm in that mood. Oh, welcome to the Friday Night Live, where a little cab will do ya. That's right. Somebody caught the reference up there in the chat that I noticed, and there are a bunch of you already. Thank you so much for joining us tonight over here at the OzoneFineArtVentures studios to check out some cabs. We're cashing in the cab. Somebody call me a cab. And all the things, all the puns. We're going to stretch those out tonight. How are you? But first, I would love to hear how you are doing on this fabulous, beautiful Friday night. Margaret Caro is here tonight. It's good to see you. We have Brenda Bloom saying hi to all the scary people. And we have the Blind Squirrel Rocks here in this abode this evening. Fantastic to see you. And saying all the highs. We've got Eric the Cat also showing up, maybe even in his hat, and is verifying. Thank you. The 5 by 5. We are alive. Good. Thank you so much for that. We've got the Wisconsin rock stalker. The No Jazz Jerry is here. The No Scary Jerry? Or is it the Scary Jerry? We want to know. Inquiry minds need to know this. And Just Lucky 13, it's good to see you. Thank you for dropping in. A fresh face in the crowd. Very nice. We've got AZRE, Rockhound Expeditions, landing. Julie, how are you? I hope that you are feeling well. Hopefully, I'll be seeing that beautiful, fresh, and gorgeous face soon. And Lava Bison is here, and Bison on the prairie shouting at you, Karen, and the cool kids in the chat. And whenever Bison lands on the scene, I am always compelled to do a hearty cheers. And so let's do that. Let's get started with this evening, right? Cheers and salutations and all the good things to you. I hope that you're finding your rocks and your rocks are finding you. Drink up. What's in your mug? And we've got Tara's Treasures. Good to see you. That's juicy. Excuse me. Prairie Girl Rocks is in the house. Great to see you. I've got some catching up to do. I missed Wednesday. My mom did a fly on out back to California land on Thursday. And so Wednesday was a chock full of spending every moment together before that fateful flight out happened. The 2 weeks went just way too fast. I think I saw my mom here earlier too, and so miss you already. Not kidding. And she was in the opening video, our little opening montage. We went down to the beach, and I've got a little bit of something or other about that coming up tonight on the live stream. We have cabs. We've got cabs coming out of our ears. If I didn't have my ears covered, the cabs would literally be coming out of them. So we've got the Discord cab competition, the traditional one. We're going to go ahead and highlight that this evening. We also have some cabs in the box behind me right there. We're going to look at some of those, but very underscored is what we're doing with some of these cabs. I wanted to show you some process. We've done this before, and it was super fun, and it's high time that we do a little mock-up. And it actually had something to do with more of our showcase competition stuff over there in the Discord. We've got a special guest on this evening to help us parse the cabs, and so many tangents coming at you for sure. So we've got a chock full of cabs evening. It's wonderful. We've got, whoa, pirate. Yar, matey. She's got the pirate rum in her mug this evening. Well, good on ya, lassie. Hit that mug. We've got Tootin'. I wonder what that, like, unfortunately, that I'd have to scroll up to find out all about what that Tootins were about. We've got Cheersing and Cheersing and Cheersing by Patricia's Creations. Good to see you. I know that several of y'all in the chat had some new material over the course of the week that I missed. And first, I would like to apologize for not being around. I will be a little bit rounder in the weeks coming because it's studio time. It is squalling outside. We had some fabulous gusts that were blowing the sea sideways straight into the window, and it's getting down. It's time to buckle down and do some studioing. So good stuff. We've got Resort Dog hanging out, and yes, it's a cab spectacular time this evening. This is a cab spectacular, cab specular. I like it. Okay. It just took me a minute to wrap the mouth around that. I know you're not supposed to lick the rocks or put them in your mouth, but I did have to wrap my mouth around that one. And we have a change going on. Okay. We won't watch. I mean, that might be a little too intimate for us to watch, and so I won't bring you on until that is complete. I promise. We won't look in on you while you're doing such things as changing your headphones. Oh my. Okay. And oh no, we have tantrum throwing nerves. I hope that you're feeling okay, Julie. Seriously. We need the nerves to calm down. So sending calming to you. I could use some of that actually myself. This has been such a bonkers couple of weeks, but it's going to be okay, everybody. I keep on telling myself. And we've got Bryce AMC in the house. Bryce, good to see you. Thank you for swinging in. Good looking stone in your thumb there. And like literally, you've got your thumb on it. We're not supposed to lick the rocks. Talk to Brian about that. Yeah, definitely not supposed to be ingesting any rock water whatsoever. It looks like Ma has returned to all of us and is decent, or at least the earphone situation is all better. And thank you so much, Tara's Treasures. Don't forget to like the video, y'all. And I really appreciate that from Margaret as well. Thank you guys for keeping everybody on their toes. One of the things that you guys probably, those of you that are members, noticed that we dropped a little seal video. We dropped a seal. We dropped a seal or two. And I don't mean the kind that you affix envelopes on the back with in Victorian era. No, I mean the kind that swim around in the ocean. We had a really wonderful group on the rocks over at Quarry Cove. I couldn't help myself but to take about 12 minutes of video, and I did share it over on the members side of the channel. That was the easiest video for me to put out for you guys. One take. Put music on there, and there you go. And the bouncing, there were two pretty major bounces of the camera in the video. Just know that that was Lily. I was taking her for a walk, and she decided that she wanted to, like, say, follow another dog at those moments in time. And so sorry about the jiggles on the camera, but otherwise, I thought it was a pretty decent one take video, not too bad. Yeah, we got this just in from Julie. Yeah, no rock, water, or licking rocks. Absolutely not. And don't lick the seals either. Yeah, and that actually reminds me, Mr. Chubby Hubby was in the house earlier, hopefully still around, hanging out and enjoying the show tonight. And Mr. Chubby Hubby was asking me if it was okay to hug the seals, and I told him I wouldn't. Oh, there he is. Uh, wow, good timing, like your ears were burning. Um, I said I'd look the other way. Not gonna be reporting anybody for having to get their seal hugging in. Although I don't recommend it personally, but I've got a PSA coming up a little bit about that coming up very soon. Do I use a leash with Mr. Chubby Hubby? Not usually. Usually he's pretty under control on the beach and doesn't run off and necessarily hug all the seals. So I think it's okay. And you're supposed to have them under voice control. And so, even if you don't have a leash, as long as your Mr. Chubby Hubby or whoever happens to be with you is under voice control, you're probably okay. And Resort Dog is over here. Those elephant seals will. Yeah, I agree. My parents used to take us out to go and visit the elephant seals at, I think, Año Nuevo. Was that the beach, Mom? I think she's still in the chat, and something like that, some beach like that, and we would. It was before the rangers would go with you. You could do whatever you wanted. And those things were so massive and so scary that we didn't have any problem staying away from them. But yeah, good times visiting the elephant seals on the kind of south of San Francisco, but north of Santa Cruz stretch where they would come up. Yep, Ano Nuevo. Yeah. Thank you. I was wondering if I just had like a spastic synapse brain cell in the head that just wanted to have a Tourette's moment, or if that actually was it. That kind of came too easy, and so I always question the brain on things like that. It looks like we have a Rick in the house. Rotiferary for salutations to you, sir. Thank you for coming to Steinkerns. Let me do another one of these. Got to keep the whistle wet this evening. I am not coming down with anything. I'm not coming down with anything. Say it with me. I'm not coming down with anything. All y'all, hopefully, too. Yeah. Mm. Oh, I wish I could share what's going on outside with you guys right now. There's 100% humidity. I think it stopped raining, but it's quite like marine layery outside. But the sun is going down, so it's hitting that angle where it kind of cuts through the heavy clouds above, and it's just like skimming sunlight across the ocean, and it's that amber light, and it is absolutely a spectacular color. The sky, or rather the air, is kind of translucent because there's so much marine layer still in the air that it's just lighting all of that up. So it's doing kind of like a jelly opal thing in the sky right now. And so I hope that whatever your sky is doing is beautiful. And oh my gosh, Resort Dog is saying that the snow is coming. Woo! It's, it hit me. It did hit me that the seasons are changing. When I was driving my mom home, or rather to the airport, And then coming back on home, going through the Coast Range, there was fall color everywhere. And the leaves were turning all the beautiful hot colors from chartreuse all the way through to maroon and just all the hues in between. It was so gorgeous. I was like, eyes on the road, kid. And oh, this is great. Prairie Girl Rocks is asking if Jerry's got some cabs for sale. Fantastic. You guys do some commerce. We're here as a hub. We're here as your Friday night get together, like you're coming in and you're hanging out at the pub or something like that, chatting with each other and doing whatever kind of business you need to get done. And I know y'all have some beautiful things, getting all of your studios going and producing stuff for the holidays and all that kind of good stuff. We got the Cheers and Histrionicus, and that is our Harlequin duck that is going to be one more time in the closing credits, but that's in that membership video. And so over there on the member side, and thank you all for your memberships. I really, really appreciate those. You have no idea. They got us, out into the desert and back this mining season, and I'm bringing all that stuff to you in video form soon. But before I took the credits down, I wanted to get the full length video up on the member side so that you guys could enjoy those. The ducks and the seals. There's one seagull as well. And then there's some like UFOs that are flying in front of the camera. I think that maybe we had some of those butterflies or what have you. Like we had a big flight of like the tortoise shell or something like that. So I don't know. That's interesting. I noticed that you were Melandia as well. I don't know what happened. They must have changed your stuff on you. And we've got Captain Chubby Hubby. That's great. Oh no. We have an empty drink. My drink is empty already. Rum goes down way too fast. Sigh. Okay. Well, hopefully there's more in your pirate bottle. Just as long as you don't need to use have somebody hold your hair later. That's all. Oh, Afuraka is here. Manny, good to see you. Howdy, howdy, howdy to you. And totally curious about you know what. So we'd love to hear about that if you have things to share. Seriously, on the edge of our seats, wondering about how you are doing and that thing. And the thing that I wish I was doing actually, but will be probably this weekend. So I've got a little bit more elbow room going on, and so I'm going to be getting some more stuff done. Which reminds me, we should probably get on with it. And so I do have. Let's see, we've got a segment coming up. Wait for it. Wait for it. It's the news. And in the news this evening, it's hard to put glasses on when you have your thingies on. In the news this evening, we have the king tides coming in on the Oregon coast for the next 3 months. November, December, and January are the king tides in Oregon. This is when we get our highest high tides and our lowest low tides. It's no mystery to those of you who are rock hounds in the coastal areas that this is the time that we get very excited about potential washouts and finding our finds on the beach. But there are some serious things to consider when you're going down to the beach. Some things to think about before you go know before you go. Please check your tides, see when the high tide is, and see when the low tide is. It's a good idea to also check the NOAA webpage to see if you've got a beach warning. Because if there's a beach warning, it's probably a really, really good idea not to go. And so do beware. We have already had one person sadly perish on our coastline already this past week. And they were very close to where I sit right now. And that person was all of 43 years of age. And so it wasn't somebody who probably didn't know to be where they were, or somebody who was small and could just get washed out easily. They were, from reports, on their way back to their car, and they were still walking along the beach, and a sneaker wave came in, snatched them off the beach, and they were found 4 miles later south on another beach. And so please, please get yourself a tide chart or check the tide listings. See what the ocean is doing. If there is a beach advisory, please don't go out on the beach. And even if you know that you are going at a low tide, never turn your back on the ocean. And you might want to take a look at the beach that you're going to be on to see if there's any way to evacuate quickly if there was a heavy surge. You know, some of them, the ocean comes and it's just a cliff. And those are less good beaches to be on here for the next 3 months. And so I just, brought to you by Ozone Fine Art Ventures and Studios, wanted to make sure that you have a good time on the beach and don't run into trouble. We also have silver prices coming down, then up, then down again. We have a fantastic 48.05 today. It went up again and then dropped down again. It was lower. It was like at 47. But so we're on a bit of a roller coaster, but at least it's not up at 54 where it was. We have gold at 41.0440. And so it broke that 4,000 since the last time I did an announcement about it, which was not that long ago. We have platinum at 1606 and palladium at 1440. And so if you got your money in the metals, then you're doing good right now. Hold on to that stuff too, because since it dropped, this is a good time if you need to stock up, maybe stock up before it goes up again. And we also have, what do you do with your super rad cab? It's our cab discussion this evening. So we're going to be having our guest on, but we're also going to be talking about in a little bit mock-ups and how you go about either framing your cab. Do you put it in your pocket? Do you put it in a drawer? Do you make a piece of jewelry? So we're going to be addressing what to do with super rad cabs. We've got the spooky stone contest over on the Discord. And so if we could have a Discord link up, we've got spooky cabs and we've got some other really fantastic channels that are open for your projects this month in the Discord. And so if you're watching this, you're invited to be part of our Discord. So feel free to utilize that link and become a member at the Discord. It's a 48-hour link. And so if you're on it, then join us and go check out what we've got going on over on the Discord. There's a ton. Leave a comment for me if you would like to add to any of the material that we are covering this evening. I would really appreciate it. And what I'm going to start doing is addressing any questions and comments that are left in the comment section, not in the chat, but in the comment section of the video live stream. I'll be talking about that in segments in the next week if there are questions or anything that we would like to address, like the cabochons or what you do with your cabochons or what you're going to be for Halloween. And that brings me to yes, there will be a Halloween Friday night live with guests, potentially costumes, spookiness, definitely a scary story or two, and other things. So please join us next Friday, same time, same bat channel, and we will have ourselves a little Halloween celebration. Don't eat too much candy. Feel free to like this video, and that's the news for this evening. Thank you. And so what we're going to do now is bring Ma on to the stage. How you doing? Are you there?
Yeah, sorry. I was hitting the button, the unmute button, and it kept like stuttering, and then it would be on again, then off again, and then on again.
Yeah.
Your new segment is hilarious, and I love it.
Oh, thank you.
Like
I thought
you put glasses on, and suddenly you're a completely different person. It's crazy.
you know what's really weird is that unfortunately I probably wear those about 80% of the time, but I can't really see the computer screen with them on
Yeah,
because they're far away glasses, and
right.
so it's a shtick. Yeah.
Yeah, I have glasses that there's like certain areas of my vision where the glasses have to come off or different ones have to be used or whatever. So I get it. Yeah, there's a there's a few spots in there where glasses just won't help. So yeah, I get it.
Oh yeah, and let me take this like ridiculous banner down. Sorry about that, you guys.
No,
I thought
it's just like a little hangover from your newsreel. Yeah.
apparently, and an innocuous one, at least it wasn't about, like everybody dying or anything like that.
Fair.
Yeah. But yeah, of course I had to be completely facetious and use the ticker tape for the news. It just kind of had
Oh,
to
I love it.
happen.
It's
Yeah.
perfect. You have to.
Right on. And so first of all, really quick, James is in the house. Good to see you, James. I'm just making sure I did get a little bit behind because I was trying to do news,
No,
and
no.
now I just wanted to make sure I didn't ignore anybody. And Dad's Rocks is
That's
here.
fair.
Phil, good to see you too. All right. And so what are we doing tonight? What are we checking out?
I believe we're going to be checking out the traditional cabochon entries for the spooky cabs for October.
Indeed.
Yeah,
I'm so
yeah.
excited. Yeah.
Yay! Me too.
And so, okay, this is so funny. I'm sorry. Professor Caron, PhD. Really? Like the glasses, this is the cheapest PhD I think anybody
Ever?
could
Right?
ever get. I like that
Yeah.
very much. Thank you
It
so
bumps
much.
up. Oh yeah, bumps up your
I know.
education.
Yeah,
Apparently,
yeah, it does. Like you put on glasses and all of a sudden your IQ just goes through the roof.
it's insane. It must be why I'm so smart. I'm just kidding. I
Right?
have those glasses all the
Yeah,
time.
you see
I'm just
her,
trying to make
she's got
myself feel better.
glasses.
Yeah.
See? Yeah. And so we are going to be talking about the cabochons, and we're would you mind telling everybody what is going on with the traditional channel? So we've got like two
Mhm.
channels now going on for that contest, and
Yeah.
what the theme was.
Yeah. So the theme for I mean, you kind of had to do it. It was spooky for Halloween. And I'm
Yeah.
not a big Halloween person, but I read the room and people wanted it. So that's what happened. I got to choose this last month, so I picked spooky for all you guys, and man, you guys are coming through with some great stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm loving it so much. Like I can't really have a favorite, cab contest because they've all been so cool and so different. Although this is my favorite
Yeah.
so far. I gotta say. Yeah, welcome in, Yvonne. Very, very good to see you. I'm sorry, Rick. I'll share my mom with you if you want. Um, and
Oh,
there's plenty of her to go around. And Yvonne's mom is 93. That's so cool. Like, cheers to Yvonne's mom.
yeah. Cheers to
Cheers.
Vaughn's mom.
That's awesome. And cheers to
You
my
can't
mom
see it,
too.
but I'm holding up my Steinkerns.
Yeah, she's 10 years younger, and so that's very cool. Like, I definitely hope that everybody's moms can be around as long as possible. Oh, and here's Tara. I paid a
Me
lot of
too.
money not to wear glasses. I don't blame you. Your IQ didn't go down when you took the glasses off, I promise.
No.
All right, I'm sorry. I did intervene. Let's chat cabs, shall we?
Oh yeah. Is that why we're here? Are
I
you
think
sure?
so.
It's not time to
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
I guess
Yeah.
we can do that. We can stay on track. It'll be a
Okay.
novel new thing to do.
Well, I mean, it's not likely to go on for very long, so,
Oh,
we'll try.
okay.
Yeah.
Do my
So we have the new channel, and we've got the spooky theme, and I'm gonna
mm-hmm.
go ahead and bring this up. And so, honestly, your explanations are always so much a part of what's interesting about this. And so I'm going to
Agree.
go ahead and, yeah, I'm reading explanation before we go on to the pictures. And so here's our lovely page, everyone. This cab was a nightmare to make, says Ryan Weishalla. Did I say it Weishalla? Weishalla? Is it? Say
It's
it right.
Weishalla.
Yeah, okay. I think I made it a little fancier, like too
Well,
fancy the
actually,
first time.
I think it's not that fancy, but it's what my brain does with it too. Exactly what yours does. So,
Oh
maybe
yeah.
we should. I think, yeah, we'll ask Ryan.
Yeah, I seriously want to go like Ryan Weiss, sha la 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 la, like every time, and seriously have to rein myself in. So I'm glad I didn't do that. So
Then
at
you
any
do
rate, yeah.
it.
So the size made it tough on my narrowly spaced 7-wheel cabber. Hit the top on a wheel edge too many times. Then it decided to change its shape from a nice two-ended pointy stabby cab into an ugly vampire fish. When it went flying off the Syrian pad on the flat lap like a drunk witch off her broom. This is just poetry. You should be published. Um,
I love it.
yeah, this is good. They do say cabs tell you what form they want. It did take it down from 5.2 inches to just a measly 4 inches. The last is
Phew.
how it looked before it broke. I hope you enjoy. I know this is just so spectacular. So we're gonna go on over here, and this is it. How cool is this material to begin with? I mean,
Yeah.
let's get it in there, folks. Look at this stuff. Will you look at it? Are you seeing this, camera guy?
I'm looking.
I mean, just
Yeah,
just
that's
wow.
cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And so, and we can go back out. This is gorgeous material, and I kind of like our fish illustration here. And I'm kind of seeing it as like a snub-nosed fish with a big eye and a gnashing big
Yeah.
mouth.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, and let me just say how wafer thin this cab
Yeah.
is. Good
Or
Lord.
is it? Is it so big it just looks thin? It's hard to know. I mean, the thing is 5 inches long, right? Or
Yeah. But that,
yeah,
like,
like a normal.
just like
Yeah,
this thumbnail,
proportionally, that's thin. Yeah,
that's flippin' thin. And
yeah,
so, and also may I add, like, look at how freaking even that bezel
yeah.
is. or the
Oh yeah.
girdle.
Yeah, the girdle
Yeah.
is spot on. Look at that line. It's just like shing. It's
Shing.
beautiful.
Yeah, like a samurai sword.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
And
it's
so
sharp.
it's sharp. We got sharp girdles. And here we have the original piece, and that I imagine is his lap. So we're
Yeah,
seeing
look at that. Look at that.
just how big. Yeah. First
Okay,
of
that's
all,
wrong.
that's a ginormous slab. Like that
Yeah.
is a generous slab to begin with. You know, that's like the whole loaf of bread. Um, Fantastic. I love that material too. It's so pretty. And here's a video.
Ooh. It really does
Ooh.
look like it's angry, hungry fish.
It is so angry. And I love how it just busted out its nose like, no,
Ugh.
no, I'm a snub nose.
That's
Nice. Yeah, that is really, really quite impressive. Ryan is in the house this evening. Oops.
yeah, I was a
And
little worried. He was worried his charge wasn't gonna hold up. He's out of town right now, and
oh,
he's going rock hounding tomorrow, I believe, with some people, and I'm excited for him. But his charger won't plug into the little port they've got in his hotel room, so I don't know how long he'll be in the chat.
oh, okay. Well, it was so cool seeing that. And let's see, we've got 3/16 of an inch, maybe a quarter inch. My gosh. That's
How
you
thin it
know,
is?
I feel like that's kind of thin. Like, a
Is
lot of slabs come a quarter inch. Like that's like probably the skinniest slab that you're gonna start
yeah,
with, unless somebody's doing specialty cabs or
right.
slabs rather. And
Yeah,
so
yes.
yeah, that's crazy. Mr. Chubby Hubby, that's at least a passenger cab.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I like that. I knew that we were gonna get some good puns this evening. Um, yeah, that was a dead edge. No live stuff here.
dead edge cat.
I
That's
love
funny.
it. That's great. Okay, and Ryan is checking in with charge okay now, but can't drain down too far. Okie dokie. Good deal. And Rick is talking about the ocean sunfish. I'm gonna think of the name of those guys because we actually get them here.
Ooh,
Um,
really?
yeah, ocean sunfish don't have tails, and they're cool, says Rick. Their Hawaiian name is mola. Yeah, the mola mola. And they are over here on they swim across from Hawaii, and they will occasionally, especially when we got that warm current that brings the tuna on over and all that, the mola molas will um, come on over, and they are down in the Bay Area, so you might bump into one down there. I think that they had one at the Monterey Bay Aquarium for a while.
That sounds
Yeah,
right.
it could swim upstream and like come right past your house, maybe.
Right? Yeah, it'll just come up to the delta, walk a
Yeah,
couple of miles and land. Yeah,
right.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, Steve actually has a story about being out in the water. I'm pretty sure it was him, or he was telling a story about somebody who had this experience where there was one, and they sunned themselves just kind of floating along in the water, and he thought it was dead, and like literally went up and bumped it, and it scared it.
Ooh,
And they're huge, like they can
I
be
was gonna ask how big they
5 foot, like 5
were. What?
feet, 6 feet. Yeah, they're
What?
huge, and they're a
It's a
disc.
person.
Yeah, oh, yeah. And they're a disc, and so,
Oh yeah,
they're
I'm
just
gonna have
this
to look them up.
huge thing. Yes, everyone look them up, they're so cool. And so thank you for that reference, and tangent, Rick. Yeah. We
Yeah,
probably
it didn't take this long.
We should have a tangent-o-meter. Somebody should be keeping count this
Yeah,
evening.
you just need a little button you can push anytime we realize we're on a tangent.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I might have to get a counter
oh
on
yeah,
how.
and I think you're gonna need an emoji that people can put up when we've started the tangent.
We need a tangent emoji. You guys, how is it that we just now arrived at this?
I don't know, but it's so necessary.
We need the tangent emoji. Okay, I'm gonna work on that. Help me remember since you've
I
got
will.
part of my brain.
Yep,
Um,
I got you.
okay, thank you. And Kid Curry is in the house. Very good timing because he's pulling up in his boat and probably not hitting the molamos out there. Oh, they swim on their sides. Well, there you go. Yeah, it was just kicking it, you know, I guess not swimming, just chilling. And
Just chilling. Maybe take a nap.
he was probably taking a nap. I mean, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
he
You
just had
big
a big
face.
meal. He swam a long way, like tired,
Yeah.
man.
Right? Like all the way from Hawaii. Like, yeah, you'd be tired too. I'm just taking a nap. Leave me alone. Surfer.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Ryan's like, my cab is
Sir.
bigger than that, though, actually.
Nice.
Yep. Yep. All
They'll
right.
say.
Oh, shots fired. Okay. And and so now, for something completely different, we have this long story from
Yeah, Jerry just set up.
from Jerry.
You
I'm
said,
so anxious
woo,
now. Yeah,
graphs
Jerry.
and
Yeah,
graphs later.
on and on.
This is
Whoa,
a
I
point
didn't mean.
man.
so, so
Ah,
long-winded. And so here
oh,
we have a gorgeous piece of it, what looks like that rhyolite that I keep on forgetting the name of, but I have some.
okay.
Yeah, is it like galaxy rhyolite or something like
I mean,
that? Help me
I
out,
can see
everybody.
parts of it that do look like galaxy rhyolite, like the little orby things. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. He said this was copperlite, which I was like, what?
Oh,
What?
maybe it's. Oh, okay.
Because
That fits.
I asked him in the cab channel, how does he know?
Oh.
But I think he missed it. It got lost in the comments. So I was like, how? Because I would have never looked at that and said, oh, poop.
Yeah, that is the prettiest poop I reckon I've
Right?
ever laid my eyes on. Yeah. I mean, but then, yeah, yeah, cool. I'll just go with it.
Yeah. I mean, the little bit they did say was under the pictures. Like he did say one little thing, and it was something about it being an apparition in the coprolite.
All right. Oh yeah, ghostly apparition from Copperlight. I probably misread that and thought that like that's what happened to him because of seeing the apparition was like I
You
just misunderstood. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Um and so we have another really like nicely sculpted thin cab. I'm into thin cabs. I like thin cabs. Thin
yeah.
cabs are exciting to me. I like big domes too, don't get me wrong. But
Oh, there's room.
there is something, especially if you're making a piece of jewelry that is trying to be dainty,
Yeah,
that is really nice. Or, if you're making earrings or anything like that, there's something that's wonderful about a well sculpted, well crafted thin cab.
I can
Just,
imagine that.
yeah, makes me weak in the knees. And so here we have the specter coming out in the poop specter. Yeah.
I still want to know how you know it's poop. I need to learn because I'm like, what?
I'm gonna share something personal here. But
Uh-oh.
it's not my personal thing.
Oh,
It's
okay.
even it's even worse. I'm sharing somebody else's personal thing.
Perfect. Do tell, Karen.
The person whom I'm sharing the thing isn't probably watching, so it's okay. My son.
Oh, that's fine then. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, they're never gonna know. And so when he was really, really little, um, and you would fart, he would call it a poo ghost. And I just loved that so much. Because he was like it's like it's the poo you can't see. It's like these little specters of poo that get released, but it's as bad as
Monster nest.
yeah, like
Oh, man.
out of the mouths of babes. Like
That's
it was
hilarious.
so brilliant. I'm like, you're a genius. It is a poo ghost. That's exactly
Yeah,
what
it's
it is. You just let
so
those bad spirits out. Go ahead.
just don't re-inhale them, right?
Right. Way better out than in.
That's really funny.
So what we have here is apparently one of those, I guess, or like a fossilized one.
Fossilized poo ghost. So what you're saying is that's a fossilized fart, is what you're telling me, Karen.
Well, or a coprolite.
You
I believe.
said that it's farts or poo ghosts, so I'm just rolling with what you just talked about. Okay,
You
so
are, and it sounds like this poo ghost has shackles on or something like that. Listen to that. Like it belongs to
can you hear noise?
Ebenezer Scrooge. Yeah. It's like the poo ghost is like walking along with
He's
chains.
dragging chains behind
Yeah,
him.
one more time. Here we go.
I don't hear
I
anything.
hear it. You don't hear it?
No,
Oh,
I'm
it's
just
that
watching.
it's
He's doing a little
oh.
jig.
Okay, everybody, when you have a chance and you go back to the Discord, there is a definite loud noise going on in the background. I'm sure that it's not his Tumblr or something like that.
Brenda just called it Mr. Hanky.
Oh, it's Mr. Hanky. Yeah, that's appropriate too. We've got all the you're inspiring everyone, Jerry. We are all so inspired from this. Thank you so much. Yeah, this it is it's always it's also a lovely cab, by the way. If nobody
It's so good. Yeah, let's
yeah.
get back. Yeah, stop tangent. It's a great cab, Jerry. All jokes aside.
Yeah, and I'm not even gonna talk about the cab that he just posted. We're gonna talk about
I
that next
know.
week. We're not allowed to talk about
Yeah,
it
it's gonna
tonight.
be.
We're talking about it next week. But holy cow. Holy cow. There's some holy cow cabs going on next week. You're all going to so dig. And hopefully that there's more. In fact, actually, we should take a wee break from this.
Oh.
Let's see. What am I trying to do here? I'm going to go
Not
back to
sure.
us. And I'm going to we got to get real. We got to get real with these
Oh,
people.
let's get real.
It's time to get
Let's do
real.
it. Let's do it.
Ma,
Yeah.
we need to talk about how many days we have left to work on this project.
Ooh. Okay. Well, you have until midnight Pacific time on Sunday evening. So that would be like 11:59 p.m. Sunday evening to get any of your entries in either the traditional cab contest or the free-for-all cab contest or the jewelry contest. There's the jewelry showcase, but you have until the end of the month to do that, so you got a little more time for that section. But yeah, come on, you got 2 days. Y'all can do it. You can do it. Hop to it.
Allison, we're getting real. We just did. Oh my gosh. Jerry.
Yeah, the chat is a little rambunctious, shall we say?
But he's talking about he dropped 2 cabs. He did.
Yeah, that's what he meant. Yeah. What did you think? What were you trying to say he meant, Karen? Jeez, get your mind out of there.
Right. And Romania Rockhound is here. Good to see you. You came in at such a wonderful time in our conversation. And thank you for joining us. Oh my gosh, Wisconsin is taking the Browns to the Super Bowl.
Wow. Wow. Yep, that happened.
I love you
Yeah.
guys so much. Oh, Yvonne, thank you for that. Okay, we do have a few more cabs that we should probably
Oh, oh yeah.
move on to.
Back to business.
Yeah,
Business.
that was just a an intermission for a public service announcement that you who are
Me.
watching, I heard
Oh,
that, Ma. I did.
a nice incident.
What
Shh.
did you what are you having?
Um, tonic water.
Uh-huh.
It's
Cheers.
that's. I'm having a cosmic IPA.
Oh, nice. All right. Cheers to you.
Yeah.
Um, Rocky Mountain Bear. Wait. Here we go. Pugos are real. They exist, even if you can't see them. Right? It's
You
scientific.
guys are the best.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, science. Man,
Science.
can you? Okay, so can you hear this? Can you hear this? Hold on.
Yeah. What is
Why
that?
are there children screaming at almost 7 p.m.
I'm
in
thinking the
this
same
school?
thing.
So funny.
What's
I thought I was going to get to hang out with you and sit at the table in my backyard, and instead there's just children.
Tell them thank you, Rocky Mountain Bear, for that digression. Tell them what you did earlier today. That was so funny. I would have done the same thing.
Well, this is the thing, like, I was working on my cab for, I can't even, it's embarrassing how long. And I finally finished last night. And so there was like this kind of relief thing, and I didn't want to get right back into doing lapidary. I wanted to take a little break. And I was like, but I still want to be productive, you know? So
Yeah.
I was gonna start reorganizing my shop because it really needs to happen. It's a really small space, and I've been in here now since June, so I've really gotten an idea of how things work and what isn't working. And so I was like, this is the perfect opportunity. I also just got a new computer because I'm gonna start doing longer videos. And I need to
Woo!
blah 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 blah.
Woo! Woo! So
I know you
stoked
know
on
my
you.
computer struggles. Yes, the thing
Yes.
takes 2 hours to boot up, and I got a new one for my birthday. It just took a little It took a little while to get here, but anyways, I was gonna start redoing my entire studio, and so I started dragging my rocks out into my backyard after procrastinating for 3 hours. Just want to put that out there. Like, I was procrastinating for 3 hours. I finally started doing it, and then these kids climbed up on top of this jungle gym that's where if they get to the tip top of it, they can look into my backyard. And they started
Ah.
heckling me and yelling things at me. And so I dragged my rocks back in and hid. Like, I was like, nope, this has now become a weekend activity. I'm not having children comment on what I'm trying to do right now. Oh
Yeah,
man.
when you told me that, I was like, I would have been horrified by that. You know, I think I'm
Oh,
in my backyard. I think I'm in a private area, and there's
oh
like
yeah.
kids that can see me up on the
Yeah.
top of some play thing, and they're heckling you.
Oh yeah. This is the thing. Like, they can, they're where I hang out, they cannot see me. Like, I've got a spot under like a little overhang, and they can't see me. It's kind of blocked perfectly. But if I'm doing something in the yard, they can see me if they're out on recess or whatever. And it seems like
Ah.
this is fair. It's not like they go all the children out at once. They like cycle them. So there's almost always children screaming. And things
Yeah.
have changed over the years because my parents moved into this house when I was 2 years old, and it has just gotten louder and louder. I'm telling you. But at any rate, yeah, it was just like, oh yeah, this is not happening. I am not letting you people comment on, like, what are you doing? Hey, what are those? What are you doing? Hey, lady. Hey,
No.
old lady. That's my favorite one. Yeah.
No.
That's
Ooh.
my dad. They do that to my dad all the time. They, hey, old man, can you throw my ball back over here? Well, they're like 6. Everybody's old to them. But yeah, no, it
Nope.
ain't happening.
Yeah.
Get down off your monkey bars and your jungle gym, and I might do it. But nah. If they could just peek through the fence, it'd be one thing. That's working for it. But if you're gonna climb to the top of a high level thing to do some serious spying, I'm just hiding. Sorry.
This just play like scary music and be really scary. Brenda, I love it.
Oh, man.
That's great. Yeah, it's a total case of get off my lawn. Yeah.
You know, oh yeah. I'm curmudgeon-y when it comes to them. I'm like, can you please, y'all, shush. The problem is, Karen, they don't grow up. They've been here for 48 years. Like,
Ooh.
they just
Yeah.
keep coming. People keep making kids, and they just keep coming to this school. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a strange twist on Groundhog Day.
Mhm.
Yeah. Or 51st Days of School. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
They're
hey, Josh, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining. I hope that you're feeling well, buddy. I recognized, even though it's not the usual handle. I wonder if YouTube is messing with everybody's handles.
Oh, what I feel like what they've actually done is they've removed what I can just from what I'm picking up right now. They've removed people's nicknames. Like you can put in like what your screen name is, and then there's what your channel name is, and it looks like they've removed your screen name. And I'm using air quotes you can't see. But yeah, so everybody's official thing is popping up. That's why there's Mr. Joshua's Journeys 10-4.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so Prairie Girl Rock says, tell him I know where you live and I've seen where you sleep from Tommy Boy. I love that.
Ah,
Totally, totally.
I think
And
those are inappropriate things to scream at these kids all the time. I just don't do it because,
yeah, because
I don't
it's
want to
probably
fail.
illegal or something.
But I think of I text them to my husband and he laughs and then, then I feel better.
Right. Yeah. That's satisfaction enough. They wouldn't get it anyway. It
No.
would be wasted. And Phil is saying chuck some leverate at him. Yeah, that's so tempting. I know. Like,
Rocks at children. Yeah. I should just start doing that. Like, oh, this rock ain't working out. I'll climb a tree though. And fuck it. Down at the jungle gym. I'm going to jail. Like
right.
I said, you guys know what happens.
Yeah. The next news segment is a PSA about throwing rocks at kids.
It's like if you're trying to help me raise money for bail.
Oh, the GoFundMe. Like, let's get my out of jail.
Oh, man.
Oh, my face is hurting.
Oh,
Okay.
whew. Yeah, I keep
See?
tears on my eyes.
Yes, showing my handle, Scott Argyle. So just lucky
Oh,
13. Yeah, it wasn't
yeah,
as
that
fresh a
just
face as I thought.
he's
That's
left
great.
comments. He's left comments on some of my videos, and I didn't know it was Scott. Well,
There
now I
you
know.
go. Yeah, yeah. I like this. We've got X-ray eyes now. We know who you are.
Mm,
You
what did
can't
they
hide
tell
from
us?
us now.
I
Uh,
remember looking earlier, and I was like, "Why is his thumbnail an S, but his name starts with a J?" I was very confused by it, but now I get it.
yeah, yeah. Something is amiss. And that Apple guy, my name looks okay. Are you the only normal one in the room, Dawn?
There's a nice little handful of people who must just have exactly the same screen name and channel name.
There you go. Yeah, Tara's treasures. Tara is saying our name is the same as our handle. So there you go. And Dawn is like, hell no. I'm not the only normal person in the room. What are you talking about? Although Jerry would like to say that he is.
Oh,
Okay.
totally normal. Totally run of the mill. Yeah.
Okay, what are we on the tangent clock?
Oh.
I don't know. let's see. Let's do this. Oh, look at this. We have the beautiful Miss Blumerock is the very next. Also coming in with a very verbose uh, explanation for her cab.
Those two, man, you just can't get them to stop talking.
Oh, and look at she did use Galaxy Rayleigh, aka Bubbling Witch's Brew. Okay, so at least I was a little too soon on that suggestion.
Well, I have Galaxy. I think this might be a thing where different people are calling different things different names because
Okay.
this doesn't look like the Galaxy Raylight I think of, but also it's all trade name stuff, you know? So
This is so true. I was drinking. Sorry, I didn't mean to leave you
this
hanging.
this is just a kind of it I've never seen, or a section of
Right.
it I've never seen too. So I
Yeah.
love this though. It is such a bubbling cauldron.
Yeah, toil, toil, boil in trouble. Is that how it goes? Toil, no, toil, toil. Wait, how does that go? It's Shakespeare. Toil, bubble, something in trouble.
No,
Ah.
I figured out. It's come on, more versions, Karen.
Well, that's what Shakespeare did, actually, making up words and
Oh,
doing
all the
like
time.
things
Oh
with
yeah,
grammar that don't
oh
work.
yeah.
And so I'm just going to Shakespeare that out.
I love it.
And yeah, Shakespeare would be proud of us.
Yeah. I wasn't making fun of you. I was enjoying it. Just so you know.
Oh, I never feel that like from you. Like, there's no way that I would ever feel like there was any making fun of since,
Never.
we're pretty much always like cracking the same joke in some different like version
Exactly,
of
but
the
almost exactly the
brain.
same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I know you would have said it if I didn't. Um, and so we have the side profile here, as opposed to the top profile, Karen. And this is a really nice dome here. Look at that.
Very. It's so even.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah, that is quite nice. Yeah, it's interesting too. We had a couple circles on this round, and
Hmm.
they're not easy, people.
Uh-uh.
It
I
looks
can
simple
attest to
enough.
that.
Let's get that
I was
bigger.
working on one today. I know. Shocker. Yeah, that's so cool.
And I like that with the orbs, something orbicular is darn near always going to look great as a circle also. Just for the repetition.
Repetitive.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
If
Mm-hmm.
if I stuttered long enough, it would be a good repetitive onomatopoeia, right? It's just
Yeah.
like I'll just stay
Golf.
stuck there. Yeah, thanks
I
for
love it.
taking over. Um, yeah, that's super sweet. And so,
It's so bubbling. Cauldron. It's great.
yeah, yeah, and she was quite graceful in the way that she was showing off that cab.
Yep.
Fantastic. All
Agreed.
right. Yep, hand model material here. Of course, I'm trying to get out of that and now having a terrible time trying to.
You can do it, Karen.
I know. I full screened it and it got rid of all of its
Oh
uh
no.
yeah. And so okay, I'm all right though. I think I've saved the pooch. Um and so we'll go back and we've got our friend over there at Hounding Adventures, and yay, and was trying to decide between dead camel jasper and or serpentine because both had that red blood splatter look to them, but
And
happy
both
I went with the jasper.
oh,
What's
sorry.
that? No, go
So there
ahead.
was that names too.
Yeah,
Serpentine,
totally.
dead animal. Then you have the blood feature, and it's like, yep, you nailed it.
Yeah. And so wanting to cab some of it for a while now, but didn't have a reason to. The greenstone is the serpentine. And so we'll go ahead and have a look at these guys and get zoomed on in. So here's the rough, and we can even get a little bit
Ooh,
closer. This stuff is really neat,
it is.
actually.
I'm glad you could zoom in. It's hard to
Yeah.
see that detail from back there.
Yeah, yeah, we don't wanna leave it all small. Hopefully, you guys over there in YouTube land are seeing this as clearly. And so we'll go on here to the next guy. And, if anything, this gosh, it's reminding me of a few different kinds of material. It's like a love child between like Mookite and Quartzite or something, you
Oh,
know?
yeah, see that?
Yeah, really pretty. And then of course this looks like a slasher movie also.
There's that.
So yeah, I like that it's definitely fitting. But what a beautiful cab. Um, just gorgeous.
Always from Kurt.
Yeah,
Always.
yeah, he's a pro. He's a pro. Uh-oh. What's that? Is that a healed fracture? Wow, yeah, I guess it is. That's so cool. Man, I love
Oh,
stuff like that.
actors.
Like that would scare the pants off of me if I was
Yeah,
like trying to
that is
camp
the
that.
thing. You're like, oh no, oh no, oh no, no, it's okay. Woo, woo.
Yeah, rut
Such a good
row.
scary moments for sure.
Yeah, yeah, don't break, don't break, don't break. What's interesting is if you follow down to the bottom third,
Oh yeah,
it isn't
there's
that
a shift.
cool?
There's
Yeah,
a shift. So
that
cool,
is
and it's not
so neat.
shifted at the top, and that's what's neat about it. Like, what happened there?
Oh, that is just rad. And then
I
we've got another little guy over here that seems to have like broken the tip off of Pangea and like set it out to sea type thing.
right.
Yeah, that's super cool. Yeah, that's
Agreed.
neat details here in this cab. But Kurt, like I said, he's got quite the eye. And
Frankenstein's is what kid said. That's yeah.
what's that?
He said Frankenstein sutures.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you're hired for descriptions,
Right.
kid. Yeah, I like it. And
Me too.
so we have this cross section of the sutures, which is definitely fitting. And it's very meaty looking and
It is
it's
indeed.
quite, yeah, it's got quite the bulbous, uh, yeah, cross section here.
Indeed.
Very nice.
Very
And
nice.
very nice, very nice. And here is the rough. Very cool. So that looks like that
Yeah.
is a ground score.
Yeah.
Nice.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He definitely didn't off of anything.
I love cabbing this stuff so much that you have no idea. Like if it's an end cut, like a
Mhm.
butt, or if
Yep.
it's a ground
Yeah, that's
score,
what happened.
like you have
Yeah.
no idea what it's going to look like by the time you get it shaped up.
It's a mystery. It's a little gamble. It's fun. I agree
Oh,
with you.
it is so much fun because it's a
Yeah.
mood ring. Like
Especially.
as you're like,
Yeah.
getting down to where it's gonna be, it changes and like sometimes it changes better, sometimes it doesn't. But
First. Yeah.
yeah,
Wow. Yeah.
so much
Yeah. Hence
fun.
gamble. But yeah, I agree with you. I love that. Like just taking a little piece that is just naturally broken, however it broke, and then yeah, you just get to explore it then. Because the part you could see that what will end up being the back in most cases, because that's the
Oh,
flat
totally.
part.
Yep.
You pick the flattest part and make that the back. Yeah, so it's
Yes, 100%. Or if it's a butt, you're like, there's the back. And so I hope what's coming in from outside is gonna be good.
right
Yeah, yeah, I love doing that so much.
too.
And so, Ari, this is so cool. I love this so much. I have been watching these contests for months now and been planning on participating in the last three, but just have not had the nerve to actually do it.
I'm so
However,
good.
I know I love this so much. However, my friend Kurt has motivated me enough to participate in this month's contest. I decided to go with an awesome serpentine with magnetite from South Central Vermont. This was a fun material to work with. I hope you enjoy looking at my cabochon. Heck yeah, we do, Ari. Thank you so much. Let's get
Love
this
that.
bad boy up here. And there is our material, and it's looking like such a cool conglomerate, like,
Yeah,
kind of brecciated conglomerate. I just love that. And
Me
if
too.
y'all, he's saying that it's a serpentine, kind of sourced stone, and the stuff that has to happen to these stones, especially if
Right?
it comes from, did he say Vermont?
Yes, he did.
That's some old stuff. That is Pangea, isn't it? Like that's some OG
I'm so
continent.
I'm so bad at remembering like epochs and that type of thing. So I'll take your word for it.
Well,
Yes, sir.
yeah, I'm let's just go ahead and make some stuff up as we go along tonight.
That is
And
so old.
we're just gonna tell spooky stories about old, 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 old stones.
That is
Yeah,
a haunted rock.
that is some super haunted rock, y'all. Yeah, that's
That's about
and
to see some stuff.
it's got like we have a just darn near perfect shape,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it
Nailed it.
super nailed it. Looks like a lovely finish on that bad boy, and lots of really, really nice angles to look at. This looks like the bottom.
Yeah.
And I do like, I think I've been shamed into finishing my bottoms.
Have you
I did, yeah, kind of.
really? Who did that to
I've
you?
been I've been finishing the bottoms. Like, I finish them, I don't polish them like I do the
Right.
tops,
Well,
but
sure.
yeah, they're finished. And I don't know, I think that, like, enough people commented on how much they like it that way that I
Oh,
finally acquiesced to the requests.
right.
Yeah,
You know what? I think too. It's you're doing all of your stuff like on your capping machine now, right?
pretty much. Yeah.
Like so that's a lot. It's a lot quicker
Yes.
to deal with the back of things on a cabbing machine. So it's probably not quite as daunting anymore either, I would guess.
110%. Like,
Yeah.
I have a 180 that is end mounted, and so
Right.
I can kind of, like, get all of the saw marks off and clean it
Right.
up, and then, by the time I'm into the resin discs or, uh, wheels,
Right.
I'm just touching it up, you
Yeah.
know? So
Yeah.
it's not like it's gonna make it, because I always felt like, like on the flat lap, it's just like a whole 'nother thing,
Oh,
and,
it's a whole other side, and it's the
yeah,
hardest one to do because it's flat, because a flat polish is insane and difficult.
yeah, it
So yeah,
takes forever.
I can completely understand that
Plus, it
once
takes
you,
off your fingertips.
yeah, oh yeah, you know me, I can't not do it because my brain won't not let me. I can't leave it alone, and so
Yeah,
I really like I envy people that are just like it's fine because you know where it's going to end up and it's going to be absolutely fine.
yeah.
You're going to be setting it in silver. It doesn't need you to do anything to it.
Nobody needs to see that like, underneath this stone
No,
skirt. Like,
right.
like, it's okay.
Yeah,
She's not
and
got
so I can
pantyhose on, it's
completely,
okay.
but I could see how you'd be like, not even gonna bother when you're using a flat lap. But when you move to the cabbing machine where you're literally just brushing, you can just brush it against it a couple times and it's
Yeah.
great results. So there you go. I get it.
There you go. Yeah, and so I tried it on a few of them, and then I had to do, like, that gargantuan opal that I did, the fire opal from Oregon,
Oh
that's
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. You
I
had to do the back of
I
that one,
had to
right?
do the back of that
I
one,
can
and I was
see
like,
it through the front.
yeah. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's so, like, you wanna chew on it, you really do, it's so
Mhm.
gummy,
It's
I'm
delicious.
like, "Oh my gosh, you're such a jelly opal, it's not even funny." And,
Yeah.
so after that, I was like, "That was, like, a little too easy, I'm over it, I'm doing the backs," because
Right?
they do
You
look better.
might as
Yeah,
well just hit it. Like
yeah.
I never looked at any of your cabs and went, "Oh, I wish she'd finished the back." Like never has that ever entered my mind. There are some people like, "Wow, man, that thing looks chewed up." Yours always look good, anyways. But yeah,
Well,
I can
thank you
see
for
it's so
that.
much easier. It's so much easier on a cabbing machine. Yeah, just to hit it and you're
Yeah.
good. So yeah, why
But,
not, right?
I will add, though, that, they it does make them slickerier, and so
Oh
You do have to, like, there's a little extra oomph that you have to put into your bezel fit, and those have to be a lot, like, more exact and tight so that that
Oof,
bad boy doesn't wanna slide out, and you
right.
have to have the right angles on the stone, like the girdle, so that you don't have it sliding out, If it's a
Yeah,
90-degree angle, that's really rough on the jeweler, let me just
yeah,
say.
sorry about that when I sent you that Montana agate.
No, actually, that turned out that was fine.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
think it was because it was
what
kind of a
I
smaller
worried
one.
yeah,
What's
I
that?
had worried about well, when I had sent that to you because I have still to this day have never put a bezel, like a bevel, I'm sorry, on any of my calves because I'm not making them from other people. I'm making them for me and what I'm going to do
Yeah.
with them. And so when I made that one, I intended to do one thing and then went, no, I want it in silver. I'm going to send it to Karen. But I did worry about like, I remember I think I said to you at the time, like, if you need to do a new girdle on it, go for it. Like, I'm not going to be upset, you know? And you're
Yeah,
like,
and I
no, no,
was like, yeah, I was thinking in my head, yeah, yeah, I will if I have to, but when I saw how, like, what size it was, it's
yeah,
it's more the bigger stones that, like,
yeah,
of their own mass want to, especially like in a bracelet or something like that, wanna wiggle their way out of a bezel. You just don't wanna
right.
chance it.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, but I was very worried about it. But yeah, that's interesting. See, I think that this is interesting and good conversations to have because I would have never known that there was a size thing that would make it not as big of a deal. I think that's
Yeah.
valuable information.
And I think that it also really has a lot to do with, the actual jewelry piece. Like, a a cabochon is not going to wiggle its way out of a necklace as fast as it's going to wiggle its way out of a ring or a bracelet, say,
For sure.
because
Yeah,
those get so much more action and get banged around and so many more opportunities. In a bracelet, there's more flex. And
yeah.
so, that's where I
Yeah,
really like,
I can see that.
you're getting in there and you're gonna be there forever, like there's gotta be a
Even,
super balmy, bezel.
how- isn't there also because of the fact like when you're making a necklace, you're putting it into basic usually a flat setting, right?
Yes,
Whereas
yes.
in a ring and a bracelet, there's a curve to it. And
Yep.
any time you bend that curve, you are messing with the setting.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
yeah, I
physically,
could.
you're cupping out
Yep.
the sides
Right.
and making it potentially shallow or I just had this experience. This is kind of funny. Like, okay, what are we on the tangent-o-meter or whatever?
Oh
Um,
yeah. It's
I
just not.
had I had a dear friend wanted me to enlarge a ring, and I kind of just, like, off the cuff, I was like, "Absolutely, I can enlarge your ring for you." And I got the ring, and it was in a ring box, and, I put it in our camper, and I drove, or Steve drove us home, like 100 miles away or whatever,
Right.
and I opened
Oh,
up the
before you
ring
really
box.
took the.
Yes. Yes. And I open up the ring
No.
box, and much to my dismay is this huge, beautiful chunk of turquoise. Absolutely gorgeous, like, gemmy, like it's got clear bits, like
Yeah.
it's not
Oh
all
dang.
opaque. It's got, yeah, I mean, it's old. She told me it was extremely old stock, and this like fantastic silversmith had set this ring, and she just couldn't get it over her knuckle anymore. And I was like, oh
Right.
yeah, well, we can probably nudge the size up, a quarter or a half, and just
Yeah.
being stupid. Like, I'm like, of course we can do that. And
Of
I
course.
get it home, and it's got a very, very shallow bezel on a really, really big stone with a thin
Did-
backing.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be. You're gonna tell me that. I knew
Pretty,
that that was
pretty,
gonna be.
pretty.
Oh no.
Yeah. I ended up being able to just cajole it so
Yeah.
gently into a half size larger, But I was
Right.
like, honestly, the bezel's so shallow
It'll
that
pop if you
I'm
change the shape.
worried that or
Uh-huh.
crack the stone.
Right.
I was
Yeah.
like, I was holding
I
my
did it.
breath like the whole time, like, about to have like an aneurysm. I was like,
Did you
oh,
did
so
you put it on a
scary.
mandrel and slowly hit it with like rubber
It wasn't
situation?
I didn't even use a rubber mallet. I like to use a rawhide mallet,
Okay, right. Yeah.
on the stones, yeah, and so, I was so gentle, and I swear I was like chanting things,
Like,
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 I was willing the
please.
stone to stay. Oh, oh my gosh, thank you, Josh, thank you so much for the gifting of the membership. I guess he enjoys our tangents.
Yeah,
I
let's go with that.
Let me do
Yeah,
this.
Tara. Hey, Josh. Tara said earlier that our tangent count was at infinity.
Oh, nice one. Nice one, Tara. I will not contest that number. I think it's true. But yeah, like hopefully this digression is somewhat of a value to some of you. Um, if you do just angle your girdle slightly, that's good. Or if you are making a 90-degree angle, if you make it shorter and have a little bit more breadth on the top, then actually
You wrap around the top.
some jewelers, yeah, will just go ahead and be able to zhuzh, a capper around that 90 degree. And that can, if you're using fine silver, then you literally can just almost like spreading birthday
Butter.
cake frosting. Yeah, exactly. You just
There you
like kind of just spread it over the top and it works out okay. And that's actually what I did with your stone, was that it was small enough and compact enough that I was able to just kind of do a little birthday cake frosting, and it just worked out fine.
And perfect. And I love it. And I wear it
Oh,
literally. Like, I don't take it off. It just lives on my hand.
yay. Oh, that's so cool. I love hearing that very, very much. I'm glad that you're
It
enjoying it
comes
that
off
much.
just to get cleaned. I take it off to clean it, and that's it.
Right on. Well, I'm blushing. Thank you. That's exactly what every jeweler wants to hear. As far as that like this stuff is sturdy, it's holding up great, and you wear it
Yep,
all the time. That's
all
what
the
we
time.
And I was ready to cut loose some ghosts. Right. You know it, man. I was so nervous about that thing. A true story, yeah. It's those phosphates
Way to
too.
tie it back in. Oh, yeah. See, there's the extra part. It's like, it's not a freaking agate. It's something
No.
that can crack. Like, if you look
Oh.
at it wrong.
So seriously, yeah. And it had been there for like all age eternal. Like it was a really old piece of jewelry. And so
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I mean, if I hit you one time, are you gonna break? And so
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, well,
okay.
congratulations on successfully completing that mission.
Yeah. Seriously. I have another fix that I need to do for her. It's putting another stone back into a bracelet where one came out. Same
Right.
super shallow bezel, so I'm trying to
Oh,
figure out how to how to do it.
yeah.
But it's
Got faith
good.
in you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Got
Thank
this.
you. All right. The digression might be over. I'm not sure.
Oh,
But we might go back. Let me see about getting this back up here. We have another stone to do. Yeah.
oh, I love this one so much.
Yeah, me too. And so let's go over here. Like I said, the rounds win. Mahogany obsidian. Oh, this is from Nomad Wishing Stone, by the way. Our friend over there, close by to where I'm sitting, actually. Mahogany obsidian blue green sheen. Are you kidding me? Back the truck up. That's so
Mm-hmm.
cool. You see
Mm-hmm.
a blue shimmer in the black inky lake Despite the chill depths, flames are erupting around you. Looking past the sheen, you see a pattern network. Something's in there. Oh, I love
Something
it.
in there,
You know, what we really needed was Kyle to do the movie voice just
right?
then, but
That
I was
worked.
doing my best. Where are you when we need you, Kyle? Look at that. That is so
Say it a couple more
crazy.
times, they'll show up.
I know, right? Uh, Kyle, Kyle,
Not
Kyle.
with voiceovers or anything, but
So you guys, like the glass spewed area and the other places that have really great obsidian. The obsidian doesn't know the rules that you don't blend the like aurora borealis pit with the mahogany pit with the rainbow obsidian pit with the gold sheen
no,
pit with the midnight lace pit, and I could go on, right? And
forever.
so obviously we have this love child.
This cab is fabulous.
It is.
Got so much going on. It looks different from every angle. Picking the spot he picked, and like, yes, it's incredible material from a place that is magical, that will just do weird stuff you don't normally see together. But he picked a really beautiful spot to make his cab, and it's incredible. And like, I can't wait for anybody who hasn't seen this to see the video. Because
So
dang, like,
there's oh, go ahead.
no, just like look at the back of this thing.
Yeah,
It
there's
looks
our
like a
backlit.
completely different stone. There's
I'm
like
Rorschach testing on this so hard right now. Like I think
there's
I see Lincoln
tools.
or something like that in there.
I see like a
Um,
little like stir face. It's all like, "Wah."
yeah,
Yeah,
maybe like
it's
a chimpanzee. Like it's Lincoln crossed with a chimpanzee, like having a super bad day. But
right.
there's a scary face in there. And here is oh my gosh, look at how nicely engineered this cab is.
Look how easily you could set that with fine silver, Karen.
Yeah. Yeah, this one would be like a total joy. And you know what though? Mr. Nomad Wishing Stone is silversmithing, and so
Oh
I'm
no,
imagining
I'm
he's
sure he
gonna
can do it
like set
himself.
this. Yeah,
Certainly.
he's gonna set this bad boy into something amazing on his onesie. Really, really nice though.
Be,
Okay, yeah,
can you
here's this
get
madness.
get
Yes,
it big?
that's as big as I can make it,
Bigger.
I
Dang
think.
it.
No, there's no bigger.
Oh man. You can't
I
do it like
know
I
we
guess you're
want
not
it
on the
we
path,
want it
right?
more, more,
More
more.
bigger. Oh man. Well, you made it bigger, Kai, but now I can't see the like there's literally like a lake of sheen in it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
there it
so
is. Yeah. That is like a bloodshot eye of, like, some kind of, like, beast, you
oh,
know?
so good. It's so good. Like
That is so good.
I saw this and was like, "That is a beautiful cab," and I love how it looks. But like, I hadn't watched the video just because I was like busy doing other things and just glanced at it. And but I was like, "Oh, it's beautiful." Then later, when I went back and watched the video, and I zoomed in, and I was like, "Dang, the thing is cool."
Yeah, this cab needs to be in some kind of, like, super I just for me, like, if I was gonna set this, I
Hmm.
would need to put it into some kind of fidget mechanical steampunk piece of jewelry. Yeah. Like it needs to be accessible to the wearer and
Absolutely.
that like you could like get it on all those different angles. Like I would want it to be on probably like a pivot pin where you could just, like
Around.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, my first thoughts were I would want this on a really long chain
Yes.
where I could pick it up in my hand if I'm wearing it and turn it in an open some sort of open back thing because like you need the light to shine through it and you need to be able
Yes.
to see the back of it and that beautiful weird little lake. Like I don't think I've ever seen that amount of color in obsidian alongside uh brain work. um
Mahogany? Like
Mahogany, yeah.
the
Like I know
orange?
it
Yeah.
happens. I had just never. I'm just really impressed with this. I love his eye that he picked this spot
Yeah.
out of his material and made this. I just think it's lovely. It just there's so much going on and it's so cool.
Yes, I agree, and, Patricia is saying with gears. Yeah, that's kind of what I have in my
And you want it
mind
to
is
click
like,
when it's turning, right? Like click, click, click,
yes, I want
click,
it
click,
to sound as cool as it looks,
right?
you know? Yeah,
You
I
need
mean,
you need a like all senses engaged kind of situation going on with whatever setting happens with that.
yes,
Yeah, I want it to click slowly as it
yes.
turns something.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, everybody is saying how beautiful that one is too, definitely. And Rick is saying, on a serious note, I want to congratulate everyone on their tremendous entries. I applaud all the hard work and ingenuity put into each piece. And I couldn't have said it better. Thank you so much for that. That is
Beautiful, beautiful entries.
wonderful. Yeah, wonderful sentiment. And it is insane. That's great. I love when Karen uses her graveyard shift radio voice. It's true. I did have the graveyard for a while. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
love that.
clearly you have a history of this type of thing. You're so good at it.
Aw, and you could pay off a witch with that. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
can't wait
even
to
a
see how
witch.
that's mounted.
Yeah,
What's that?
even a witch would look at that and be like, "Oh, yep, that's special enough. I'll take it." Yeah.
Yes. Tara, yes, 100%. You can upcycle a pocket watch and put this in there as the face instead, something like that. Like, yeah, if it was like say inside a locket, but it's backless, so you like pop it open and there's this like, insane cool thing.
Yeah.
And maybe that it could like pivot around in its
Yes,
seat, and that's where the
orbit.
ratchet is, something like that.
I'm with you.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe your kids. What is up with those kids?
What the hell? Thank you. See, look, my brain. Look, another adults yelling at them. I don't know, man.
It's 7:30. I mean,
What
that's
the hell?
nuts.
I'm supposed to be free of them by like 4 p.m.
Totally
Oh,
steampunk, yes. And, it could be the deck of the Starship Enterprise. Oh, don't get us started on baculites right now.
yeah, I mean, oh, yeah. Don't get us started on the Star Trek tangent.
No. The Scott baculite is what I mean there. Um All right. And we have another idea here. Get a compact mirror, then color changing LEDs, then the cab. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I like that you guys are all building the piece of jewelry. I mean, if Kai does watch this, then he will have some ideas
Right?
implanted, I'm sure.
Station.
You guys sound like the old ladies in the neighborhood. Apparently we
Wow.
are.
Yeah, shut up, kids.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
7:30,
sorry.
like, that's kinda late. I don't
That's,
know, for
I mean, okay,
screaming
look,
and playing.
this has been happening. Like, I went to this elementary school. I'll have you guys know, like, that's how long
Oh,
this
wow. Yeah.
situation has been going on. And granted, like, I moved out and was an adult and came back when I was 36, like, and then didn't leave. Like, but this has never happened before. It's never been Friday night at 7:30 p.m. I go worry about
Kid
children.
Kid Curry is like, "It's 7:30."
Shut up! I'm trying to sleep.
That is so funny. And see, it's time for Rick to go to bed, so we're not off,
Hey, that look, at least we're not going to bed. I'm just kidding. Look, I'm just kidding.
Right, right. These kids are
3
keeping
hours I
Rick
will
up,
be.
you guys.
3 hours I will be, which is probably our time difference. So I'm not different. I'm just in a different time zone.
Oh my gosh. That's so
Look,
funny.
man,
And now
when
I'm
you when you have children screaming, behind you all day of the week, you know when it's supposed to be over and you're mad when it's not over, okay? That's
Yeah,
all I can
yeah.
say about it.
Oh my gosh, because the kids screaming goes straight up your back and amygdala, like, in a way that's totally prehistoric. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
there's
like,
no getting
are you
rid.
okay? Do I have to worry about you?
Yeah,
Are you
serious.
behaving? And it's that happening all day, every day. Like my psyche needs a break. Please, please.
And peace to you, Rick, and thank you for dealing with our tangentialities this evening. I appreciate it.
Tangents
Sweet
are awesome.
sweet dreams, buddy. Oh, oh my gosh. You kid, get out of my stream. That's old man voice. Oh, oh my gosh. Yeah, time's fun when you're having flies. Yes, definitely. And we have it looks like one of Reddick's eyeballs when he's super stressed out. Vin Diesel, yes, definitely. Oh my gosh. And
Freaking
and
kids.
it looks like oh, you just said it. You said that.
I didn't say the bad
It's a good
words.
thing I don't have to yeah, I don't have to bleep anything.
No,
Um
I said freaking.
Yeah, right? Right? Oh my gosh, and Romania's going, "I get that every day in my house." Yeah.
Well, sure. Yeah,
True.
and that's worse because they don't. There's not a cutoff time. Like I do understand, but I didn't sign up. Well, yeah, I guess I signed up for this. I knew when I moved here. Yep,
Yeah.
this is all my fault. I have no one to blame but myself.
And, come for the tangents, stay for the rocks. Yeah, this is a rock, podcast, right? Yeah, right, whatever.
I think throwing rocks over the fence would help keep it a little bit more
Yeah,
like
yeah,
on tangent.
yeah, subject here.
Just have to find something I don't like. Do any of these
And
rocks around I don't like?
oh, and here's Sagarat, and I wonder if this is our what is it,
The
desert
sage
rat?
rat. Sage rat.
Sage rat, yeah, Sagarat.
Everything's thrown off though because there's a 3442 at the end of it. Apparently
Right,
that's like
right.
the 1442nd person that wanted to be sage rat. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
But yeah,
what are you trying to say to us,
it's
YouTube?
messing everything up.
What are you looking at? All right, and then, come for the tangent, stay because there is no escape. Right. We've been casting spells
Got
on
you.
people.
Yep. Captive audience. Deal with it.
It's the Tangent Podcast with some rocks on the side. Yes, it's Tangent on the Rocks. Okay, we have our podcast name.
There we
We
go.
have our podcast name right there. Tangents on the Rocks. I
Love
love
it.
it. All right. And so that is what's going on over there on the Discord so far for your traditional cab contest. And so do you want to so we've got the cab contest. What else do
Yeah.
we have going on over there that people could do if they wanted to form something for this month?
Okay, so the first and foremost, there's the new wing of the cab contest that is the free for all cab contest. We decided to split the cab contest off and not have anything that, like, if you're trying to do anything like extra, go do the free for all. Like, if you want to do intarsia, if you want to do triplets, if you want to do doublets, like, and I think that the one thing that I don't think it's been said within the channels, but if you're doing traditional opal work, like if you're doing a triplet opal for one of the contests, that will absolutely fall under the traditional cab contest. But if you're trying to get all crazy and make a cab with 57 stones, if your name is Theo, you're going to want to enter that in the free for all. And it's kind of cool because if you're somebody who wants to do stuff with, let's say, a faceted top, or, well, look, let's just say this: there's not any rules except that you have to look at it and know, okay, that is something you could set. It, you kind of have to know Cabochon when you look at it, ish.
Ish.
Um,
I love
yeah,
that.
like
I love that so much.
there's
Yeah.
no hard rules about it.
It's a free for all.
Yeah, we want you to be as creative as you possibly can be. But we do need, like, if you just are going to plop something that if we look at it and go, yeah, you couldn't really set that in jewelry, it's going to probably be an issue, maybe. But I'm not making rules until I need to. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I see something, I'm like, we might have to have a conversation. But
Yeah.
anything goes, which is kind of fun if you're somebody who doesn't really like rules, like some people in the room here. That was definitely me. Um, just do your weird, like get your weird out there, like show me your weird. I love it. Like I think it's going to be really fun seeing what kind of creative opportunities it opens up for people. Um, then on the other side of the challenges of stuff we've got going on is the jewelry, where we have a showcase and a competition. This month, the prompt we got from Mina, who won, was huge. Basically, like make big ol' jewelry, make earrings that will rip the holes from your ear holes, and make something that will make you hunch when you try to walk down the street wearing it. Like just get as big as you can. And she left it open to, this is interpretation. Make something big for you. If that it is kind, you like, you don't have to make something gigantic. Just make something that's maybe bigger than you normally would have made it. And so there's that, and there's a showcase where you can put stuff if you don't want to compete. There's the competition if you would like to enter something for competition. And I believe that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that feldspars are the showcase, right?
Yeah, that's if you would like to do anything with
Right.
rocks. The prompt this month is feldspar. So that can be tumbling or carving or wire wrapping or anything you want to do. You just go ahead
Excellent.
and throw it up into the feldspar. And yeah, there's always some fun things going on in the Discord.
Oh yeah.
Somebody
Yep.
should put a link up. Let's see if I still have it. Nope, I'm gonna have to go grab it again. I hate how technically times out, but I'll get that for anybody who isn't over there. Most of you are.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're having really interesting conversations. We just put up, and when I say we, I mean Ma, just put up a lapidary equipment channel, and that's already getting some play. We're definitely tangenting over there on saw blades and some of the other things like we were talking about the different flat laps earlier today. So there's a lot of really valuable conversations going on over at the Discord in probably
Agree.
subjects that you're interested in, or if you want to start a subject, then by all means, we've got darn near everything under the sun now. I think we might still need to add some channels, but you go over there and it's like trying to walk through a library. We've got everything. So you've got
Oh,
the wire wrapping, and you've got the faceting, and you've got the silversmithing, and you've got the lapidary, you have show and tell, you have general, like all the stuff.
yeah.
We'd
If
love
it's
to
rock,
see you over there.
there's probably a channel for it.
Yeah,
And if
yeah,
it's not, throw it into general. That's kind of,
totally.
yeah.
And some people are just lost in there. Well, hopefully we can send out a search party and find you wherever you might be. We've got that service as well. But and the buffet is over there. Nice. That opal guy. That makes that's so great. I don't know if we have a buffet channel in there.
Yeah,
We'll have to work on that, like a buffet of jewels or something. And so, at any rate, do you have any closing thoughts, Ma, on stuff that's going on over there on the Discord, or some things that you want to give people a heads up about?
no, I mean, like I said, that they're all ending on Sunday night, so get your stuff in. But there's time. There's plenty of time. You've got all weekend basically. So please, if you're one of those people who's lurking in the background and not entering, but you're thinking about it, like please do it. We want to just see it. We're not going to be You don't have to be up to some certain level or
No.
is there we just want to see it. This is all for fun and all to just push ourselves and each other to maybe do a little bit more or whatever. Like it's all in good fun. So please enter. We'd
Yeah.
love to see it. I'm so glad that we got somebody who had never entered this month before entering.
I know.
That's my favorite ever when it's someone new. And
Yep.
it warms my heart. And
Yep.
yeah, so just yeah, my whole thing is I want everybody to be creative and have fun and push themselves just a tiny bit and don't be afraid. We'll be nice, I swear. And yeah, I think you guys are great and I love this community and I want to see as many people taking part as possible. Like that's my whole goal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it right there. So you heard it here. Go over there to the Discord. You know, if you don't hop into this month's challenge and you do have to lurk like how um oh gosh, what was the Ari?
Ari,
Was yeah, was lurking for a few months like, all right, testing the water. How do I feel about this?
yeah.
I know that you're gonna break down and wanna do something. And so feel free, come on in. You can lurk around for a little bit, check everybody out. We actually even have an introduce yourself. And so even if you don't introduce yourself, you can read about the other people that you're seeing a bunch of posts from. And so it's kind of cool to get like kind of a little thumbnail on a bio and all that kind of stuff. And so
Mhm.
at any rate, make yourself comfortable. And then if you want to start participating, we highly endorse it because there's nothing better than a goal. If you've got a goal, especially if
Mhm.
it's a monthly goal, you're just talking about 12 stones a month or 12 stones a year, but
Yeah.
that can really kind of like ratchet up your level of production because you have a start and a
Right.
finish point. You have
Yeah.
a you have an assignment. So here's what it is that, it wants to fall in these parameters.
Mhm.
And it's amazing to, when you've got that kind of impetus, like where that will push you. And most of us who create things, you're like, okay, well, I'll do three and I'll choose my favorite one. Well, now you have three cabs. And so all of a sudden that became, 26 or 36 cabs instead of just 12 in
Yeah.
that year or whatever. And
Yes.
so it's
It's a
it's kind of an
fantastic prompt.
exponential growth thing. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, and it is. It's one of those things where you can use it just as like a direction if you don't know what to do and you've got a little extra time. Just like look, like how many of us have drawers of things and we don't know like which one do I pick up? What do I work on? And
Yeah.
it's so nice to have a direction. And
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
and
That is
yeah,
another
it's
good point.
fun.
Like some of us need like a little direction. Like we're just running all over the place. La, 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 and like, here,
Mhm.
just do this thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's great. All right. And so thank you so much for coming on this evening and sharing your thoughts and your time so generously. It's always so good to have you on and your
It's always
tangents.
so fun.
Yep. Yep.
Thank
So,
you, Karen.
and thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you. Yeah. We just pitched that ball back and forth for a little while. So we'll see you over there on the Discord. I'm sure even this evening, everybody go on over and check everything out and lend some of those beautiful stones that you saw this evening some comments. It always feels really good when you get those too.
Yes, indeed. And yeah, thanks so much, Karen. And I can't wait to see the rest of your show. I saw a little sneak peek of a picture or something that you were going to have up. I'm really excited about seeing it, so I'm going to shut up so you can do that. Bye.
Right on.
Everybody.
Thank you. Yeah, that's up next. And so cheers to you again. We'll catch you later, ma.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Okay. And so as it looks like Toodles to Sage Rat. You know, we're not quite done. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the thing with the cabs first. And so Musk scooching out, but we're gonna stick around for just a little bit longer. And I do have something on deck. I said at the beginning, what do you do with your cabs? And we've done some of the mock-ups in the past where we take a cab and we kind of figure out like, well, what kind of piece of jewelry would you make with it? Is this, you know, just a pocket stone or what have you? Some of these larger cabs, like maybe you set them, maybe you don't. We have that part of the competition this year or this month is, you know, making a large piece of jewelry. So I actually sat down with my mom at the kitchen table and we spread out a bunch of the cabs on our dining room table just to paw through and look at them and see if anything inspired. And I actually decided like I would go ahead and mock up a large piece. And so we're going to look at that process here real quick. I promise we won't take too long with it. um and so I'll show you the cabochon that I picked first. I've got this little guy here, and so I'll take it out. It's one of the Arizona Rockhound expeditions. And what I kind of also wanted to do as an ulterior motive is if you haven't done a mock-up before, I'm going to go through the process with you really quick so that if you are interested in doing a jewelry mock-up, then this is going to be a very brief tutorial. But here we have this beautiful Arizona Rockhound Expeditions cabochon. All right. It's a freeform cabochon that I did make, and it's kind of got my heart. I've carded a lot of my cabs because it just makes them easier for me to keep track of. And then on some of them that I want to write some notes about. They get their, you know, how many grams they are, how big they are, and all of the little stats on them. And that actually makes it easier when it comes time to, you know, write the explanation on my website for a piece. So here's our cab. And I like to affix them on my cards with a piece of museum putty. You guys have all seen this before. And so, Kid Curry. It's so after 7:30. And I do think that the kids quieted down, so that must have been like the last hurrah, if you will. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch us over to my other camera and we're gonna see a mock-up. And then I'm gonna like kind of backwards engineer this mock-up. He twisted my pinky finger, forced me to stay. All right. And so here is the mock-up and the pixels are gonna settle there. Yep, there they go. All right. And so, yeah, they finally stopped screaming. Man, I'm telling you, that really does go straight up your spine. And so I'm going to bring that up a little bit bigger. This is like seriously a very casual, very quick sketch. If I was doing something for a client, the mock-up would be way more sophisticated. And so this was just something that my mom and I did while like she was doing hers and I was doing mine at the kitchen table. And so let me bring this up like that. Okay, and hopefully the pixels are going to settle a little bit more. It's not quite in tune there. And yeah, definitely a parent teacher or something on a Friday. That or else maybe they were having like a harvest festival or something like that. You know, 'tis the season for that. And my niece to tame the savages. So here's my beautiful gem. And thanks to the Julie and Brian folks. Now, when I put some light on it, you can see how kind of bright and mossy this stone is. Even though I've got like a light on, I don't think it's doing it quite the credit that it deserves. So it's a bright stone and light. It's got some greens and lots of yellows and some reds. And then, without the light, without the benefit of the light, it does kind of get into some deeper color. So I did kind of a facsimile of the color on my drawing. And that helps me to kind of home in on the gemstones that I might want to set with it. And so and thank you, Patricia. So what I like to do is when I get started, I stick the cabochon to a page of sketchbook material, and I literally take my handy dandy pen. If you don't have a pen like this, then all you have to do is order from Arizona Rockhound Expeditions, and they might reward you when you get your order with some swag. You can tell I use this pen quite a bit. It's definitely not new anymore, but it's got great ink. And so you can literally, draw around the outside of your project to get the outline of a cabochon. And so that's what actually happened up here too. I had another cabochon that I was thinking about visualizing a piece of jewelry for. And so I just got that one started. But this was the one that kind of took off. And so I affix the stone, and then I start kind of having some concepts around the stone. And so what do I want to do? Maybe I want to flange out, I know there's going to be a bezel, but when I made a perimeter that's on the outside of it like that, then I'm probably planning on leaving some bit of metal around this. And so I'm going to cut from sheet to allow for there to be a frame around here. Now on this side, that's representing just the sheer drop off of the bezel. And so these AZRP pens actually are really good. I love them so much. And Wisconsin is saying that drawing looks like it took a couple hours. It really didn't. That was like a quick sketch. Like I'll spend hours on something for a client, but when it's just for me, I don't really spend that much time. So this is a doodle, honestly. You can do it pretty quick. You don't know about it yet. You don't know. All right. And so so there's the kind of feeling for, like, that's where I started, was just what do I want having to do with this stone, because that's the main player. And I knew that there was going to need to be a balance with the bail, so I thought about like bail positioning at that time too. Bail's going to be silver, body's probably going to be copper, the bezel that wraps around the stone itself and holds it in will be silver, like a fine silver. And so what do I want next? Well, I thought, it might be cool to give it some sidecar stones. And so I went through my stones kind of looking for what I thought might be fun to put with it. And the first stone that presented itself was this fire opal from the Outlaw Rocks folks. And again, the colors that I used in the illustration, kind of more conveyed the colors that it looked like when it was getting some really nice light from the kitchen table. We have a bunch of windows there, and it reflected the sort of brilliant translucent colors that were being conveyed through the rocks with the sun coming through the window. And so I decided, I really enjoy suspensions. And so to create an overall shape for me, it's really fun when you have like kind of this optical illusion of they're connected, but they're not. And so to me, like I had an entire line of jewelry that I did a few years ago, some number of years ago now, like more like 5 maybe, that were all suspensions. They were all optical illusions. How does that stone stay there? Why is that other part there, kind of thing. And she even has shading. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like there's part of me that is like still, a bit of an artist, and I can't help myself, when I doodle. And so at any rate, I thought, okay, well, I like the rhythm. Um, this is something that you guys can think about. When I was looking for this stone here, I actually brought out um, a few boxes of some different stones to choose from. I'm grabbing that right now. Sorry, I'm turning away from the microphone. So I brought out I thought that the fire opals would look nice with that stone being, in the same hue. And I have some of these ones that I had done in like weird shapes. And I do weird shapes not only because sometimes that's what the stone kind of dictates, like, hey, I'm gonna be this weird, not even, gosh, it's like not a rectangle, it's like, some quadra something. And so I enjoy doing them. And then you find like, oh wow, like for a flow of a piece of jewelry, maybe, an almost um like half circle triangle, and then another sort of, or rather like a quarter circle triangle, might be interesting. Um pie slices or what have you. And so that's how I arrived at those shapes. And so sometimes it is exciting to make some different shapes just so that you have a different palette of stones to create with. And so I'll line a bunch of them out and kind of see and play and play and play until one kind of gels in. And so I decided that I wanted kind of a deep stone there to counteract the brightness of the um the fire opal. That is a garnet. It's looking like almost darn near black in this lighting, but it's a nice maroon garnet, and so it had a little bit more color as I represented in the illustration. um and so, another thing when you're doing jewelry design or art design at all is you're thinking about the values. And so, if you've got something that's a mid value, like our stone here is a mid value, and so, it might be around a 5, and so too is that might be a 4. And so I wanted to get something that would have some contrast. And so that garnet is anywhere from like a 7 all the way to a 10 if we're talking about light to dark. If you were to make this into a gray scale, then our grayscale would be reading, like a 5-6 on that stone, maybe a 4-5 on that stone, and then we are like, somewhere into the super dark zone up there on that garnet. When I hit it with the light, you can see that it's maybe more like a 7, but when that light is off, it's like a 10, all the way to the dark zone. All right. And so just seriously, take my money. You're so hilarious. It's not a drawing anymore now. It's the the stones. All right. And so going further, I'm working with rhythm. This is like the progression is, I was thinking I like that to continue that swoop, and then I wanted to balance not only the opticals on this side, but also the weight itself of the jewelry piece so that it would hang straight. And so I wanted to make sure that there was enough going on this side. And so I think that I'm probably going to bun set a little sparkler right here on that side. And so there's a little probably a fine silver ball that will be bun set with some kind of like maybe the white topaz, maybe another garnet, not sure. But I did think that this up here would be nice with another lighter garnet. And so I had one of those hanging out here. And hopefully I'm not going too fast. I'm not running too slow or too fast through this. Don't you have that made yet? Not yet. um, and so, but I want to revisit, this goes directly to the thing that we were talking about earlier with the Discord challenges. I was thinking about a large piece of jewelry, a large stone piece of jewelry. That was the challenge. And I was like, okay, let's play. This is going to be kind of large for me. Plus, I mean, if you look at my fingers coming on in here, I'm going to turn this stone over because it's not going to sit up, but yeah, this is not small. That would be a statement piece for sure. That cabochon being a couple inches long for sure. I mean, it's not like Ryan's angry fish or anything, but we're sneaking up on some of the bigger stones, at least for me, especially for setting into jewelry. Okay, and so you see that is like a lighter garnet up there now that's sitting at the top. And I was kind of thinking that would be kind of neat. It would be surrounded by silver and would darken just like this little guy that's sitting there. And so I liked that there was there's a hue progression, like almost an ombre going from the different kinds of reds in the stone being represented next door with the gemstones. And so, you're finding all of the hues that occur on this side of the jewelry piece in this stone. That was kind of the objective. And so lastly, I thought that we'd come in here at the bottom. And you probably, if you've been hanging out at all, know that I have a little bit of a weakness. I'm putting a little cup down so that it'll hold the stone. But I thought that it would be really nice to put a yeller stone. Wow, that doesn't look as yellow in this lighting as it is. So this is wow, that looks really light. Okay, so that is actually a piece of faceted apatite that I did, yellow apatite. And it's got a little bit more yellow to it. It's picking up some of the yellowy oranges that are happening in the cabochon. And so I wanted to kind of go from, remember, we've got almost a 10 on that garnet to almost a 1 or a 0 on the bottom stone, so that we had an absolute total span of light to dark that are all represented in the cabochon, but now are separate, like almost paint pots in your palette as an artist. And so these things, to explain what we've got here, are metal features. And so I figured we'd have 2 spans of silver that reached all the way up, just bowing at the same angle as the cabochon and mimicking the silver that holds it in its bezel. This over here is copper. And this too being, copper colored and colored pencil would be copper. We've got silver, and then like a tiny little triangle of copper there at the top, and the bail being silver, and then all of these lateral appendages that kind of just hold the piece together, the suspension together, will be also silver. And so I just thought it might be fun for you guys to see how you can do a mock-up design, just by taking the stones that you have and literally just drawing around them with the pen, and then deciding like, well, what kind of rhythm do I want to make with the piece? How many stones might feel like a nice bouquet of stones if you're making a large piece, or if you're just keeping it simple with just a few. But it really does help to figure out like your physical display first. And then, before you set anything on fire or do anything kind of on the permanent side. And so if you guys have any questions about this, I would love to answer. I'm going to try to answer. So deja vuing so hard right meow. I would love to um should we just start over again and do it again, just so that we can confirm your deja vu? And talk to rock. I did. Okay, rock to rock fixed it. So it looks like it's Ma that is having iterations of a deja vu herself. Um And Sage Rat is saying, this is fun. I have a friend practicing guitar on split screen, so I'm rocking out to you. That's fantastic. How very cool. And thank you very much for your kind comment there. And was in the bathroom, so can you start over from the beginning? Were you taking care of another cabochon there, sir? Future copper light for somebody well into the future. He is hilarious, Tara, for sure. And getting the paperwork done. That's hilarious. And so I probably will create this piece of jewelry. It was fun to do the mock-up, and sometimes like here's a question even for you guys. Do any of you do this kind of work, and then do any of you experience that after you've created a mock-up, it's satisfied your creative urge and you're done with it? Because I have definitely done that. I've done some mock-ups and I'm like, wow, that's great. And I just never make the piece because the creativity has been experienced. And that's the rush that I like to get off of the whole thing, is like it's in the creativity for sure. And he's doubling down again. He was ghost busting. I love it. That's hilarious. And Tara is actually asking how many sketches never make it to real life. And I'd say probably at least 50%. And so there are sketches that I keep in my back pocket for if somebody has a commission that they want me to do, and I can do maybe an iteration of that, like just change it a little bit. They all definitely meet a certain kind of a goal. So, you have like this many ideas and you hone it in to maybe the top 10% or something like that. So yeah, I'm lucky if I make 50% of what I mock up. I'm constantly mocking up in the studio, though. They always want to come out and play with each other. As soon as a cabochon's done, I'm usually trying to see if there are, 2 or 3 other stones in the studio that will match it. And so that's one of the reasons why to, keep your stones on hand and get them ready to play with, for sure. I've got my box back here, and it's got some finished jewelry in it, but a lot of these drawers are the cabochons and the boxes of the things that need to get set with other things. And so they're waiting. And here we've got the Moors, lots more. I almost did this guy, but I was like, that's going to be so big. Let me show you in reference. Like that's a much bigger cabochon. That would be so much bigger of a piece. And so I did even like bring it down a bit, because honestly, I was daunted, like, "Oh my gosh, I have to have silver that'll reach all the way around that stone," and silver prices were at $54 at the time, and I was like, "Nah, I'll wait until the prices go down to wrap big stones, I guess." But at any rate, I just wanted to kind of take you through the motion of making an imaginary jewelry piece. And if you can dream it, you can make it. You really can. And so, again, I would love to help anybody. We do have actually a channel over on the Discord that is specifically jewelry designed. And so, if you have like more questions or if you want to do a mock-up of your own, I would love to see. We've had people help with the mock-ups, like, do you like this one, or this one, and you can change them up and show. So I would say definitely. Typing that before I said it. Yep. And amazing to look at my sketches. Some of the sketches I don't like finish out with colored pencil or anything like that, and so they're not all super exciting to look at. I'm gonna be like bashful and humble here at the moment. But yeah, gotta love the creative process. I'll share more of my sketches though. Tara, thank you for asking. I'll try to be more open with them and post more in that jewelry design section. And I would love to see your guys's too. And would be like I would be happy to help anybody who needs some help too. And I love hearing this. I doodle a lot and things change often. It really, really helps you to figure out the engineering on a piece before you start cutting metal. I mean, especially with metal prices being what they are, it's a really, really good thing to have a plan and, a bit of a schematic. So it's okay if your doodles are more stick figure-ish. Actually, I wanted to mention this. Like, you don't have to have a if you've got some museum putty and your cabochon, then you don't need a template, right? And so you can go ahead and just, like, this is stuck on here right now. It's not going anywhere. The other gems would, but you can even stick your other gems on if you needed to. But I did want to show you, I do like using tools. And so that one's all freehand. But if you need, use like a little drafting kit. These are totally accessible. So if you need to make a circle be perfectly round, use a little compass or angles. Pardon me. I like the Swiss curve, things like that. French curve. I don't know, whatever whatever country the curves are from. Yeah. And so it's kind of cool to have like at least a couple good pencils or some erasers so that you can erase what you've done if you don't feel like you're happy with what happened. Do it over again, and yeah, do it. Just do it. It would be fun to actually maybe do a one of the jewelry challenges at some point, doing some kind of like a start to finish, like draw through it first, just as a fun kind of exercise. And things change so much from the initial ideas. There's a lot of like, you have to change it on the fly because something doesn't work. And sometimes the creative accidents that happen when you're engineering a piece sometimes make it better. And so I know Theo likes to talk about failing forward, and that's definitely something that goes into it. And Tara's wondering about drawing and sketching to mutt as well, and mutt is saying sometimes do. And sometimes, you got to keep it in your head if it's going to be like super complicated or you don't know all the steps. Sometimes I don't know all the steps to the end. I know what I want to have be at the end, and I'm kind of working it out as I'm going along. Sometimes that's really fun, actually. But you kind of have to like have some of your jewelry knowledge under your belt to be able to kind of see it through on the fly like that. Sometimes having a solid plan is like really helpful if you're more towards just getting getting started with stuff like that. And Wisconsin Rock Stalker is saying, when you doodle designs, it often makes you think different things. This is such a good point. This is such a good point that, I think I'm going in one direction and start doodling and, like I'm not as pleased, but then all of a sudden start scrolling stuff off to another direction or turn the stone, like see the exact design that I just did, but upside down and love it so much more. Sometimes like the bale just needs to be flipped over and put on the other side. No kidding. And so that stuff really helps. You can turn your graphic around and decide like, wow, maybe it looks better the other way. I'm like too many sketchy stones and too tight of an area for me to do that with you here right now with that. But like, yeah, that is definitely a thing. Happy little accidents, you gotta love them. That is part of creativity, and it will just like it will push your dopamine straight up through your skull. I love it. Yeah, channeling your inner Bob Ross, right? Yes, exactly. That's great. More design tangents. Okay, I'm down with it. I just don't want to bore people with like, okay, well, this is how to fiddle faddle. If people are into it, I will do it more if you guys enjoy that. And that's actually a good thing for me to do maybe on the next makers bunch as well. Something that I can do while producing the rest of it, because I love making sure that everybody gets camera time and that sort of thing as well. The designer's corner, I like that. That's very cool. Excellent. All right. Well, I will keep going, but it will be on another episode because we have definitely gone on for a little while this evening, and we have like one less person and wonderful presence here in the house this evening, and I definitely am taking a deep breath and coming down to having my feet on the ground and looking at getting some work done. One thing I wanted to tell you before we are done and say goodbye to the graphic for right now. We'll revisit this again, and you guys will definitely see a finished piece if the finished piece does end up happening. We'll see. Behind me, oops, wrong way. Behind me right there, I'm so proud of myself for having patience. There's a couple boxes, and I have actually been telling you guys, like, I have some unboxings to do with you guys that have been sitting here. I ordered this stuff for a while back before we went on our mining expedition. Before we started having guests here in the house, there was a lot of work to do to kind of come to this culmination of everybody, doing like wonderful home life together for a little while. So we have some unboxings to do, and there's some stuff in there that I'm really excited about, and shop tools type stuff that I would love to share the experience kind of start to finish with you guys. So, that is coming up super soon. I have a couple of more member videos that I have that are just darn near out of the can and exportable. And so that should be landing sometime this weekend. Maybe we can eke out a maker's bunch. I'd really, really like to do that with you guys if we've got some free time with some of the other makers. And the fiddle faddle pod, yeah, no kidding. And oh, we have Patricia's creations here. 2 years of art school helped me to learn how to shadow color wheels, balancing out shapes, etc. That is awesome. It goes a long way. I use a lot of that stuff when I'm considering the composition of a jewelry piece. So they're not separate at all. Definitely 2D to 3D art, big time. Wearing little like wearable sculptures that are fabricated from metal, ornament. It's that's like what it is less than jewelry, like to me. I love making little sculptures out of the metals and the stones for sure. and that finished piece is gonna steal all of my monies. Oh, you're so sweet, Ma. I do appreciate you and your enthusiasm. You probably need to hold some fire to my feet to make sure that I make it. And yes, a maker's bunch. Okay, we have a vote. We'll have to get together and do that. Um, and let's see. Opal Guy is talking about Museum Channel has a great new video about some of the artifacts made with gold and garnet. Oh, nice. I went to see Ma's replica of the pyramid they show. Okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, so at any rate, let us all take another cheers. We'll see the seals one more time on the credits, and then you can go to the member side and see the full-length video, which is like a fat, like I believe it's 12 minutes long of the seals doing their thing, and you get to see them haul out of the water and like uh swim around. And the little baby white seal, like it curls its paws together like a heart. The tail, like its feet flippers, so flippin' cute. You guys have to check that out. I died when it did that. It's so sweet. So at any rate, whoa. Yes, yes, this I need the drips in the socks after having the flames to the feet for sure. Cheers and Steinkerns to you all. Thank you, Terrace Treasures, for hanging out, and Wisconsin Rock Stalker. Everybody who we featured on the show tonight that submitted cabs, thank you so much for your cabs, and everybody over there on the Discord for hanging out and being part of the Discord. It's such a fun crew. Patricia's Creations, thank you for hanging out. And that Opal Guy, thank you. And Sage Rat, the Saga Rat, thank you so much as well. Oh, I need to learn how to read. And Scott, thank you. And Kid Curry, thank you. And Ma, especially thank you for being a guest tonight on the show and indulging in so many fabulous tangents. It was a really good time. And thanks, Mom, for hanging out with me while I was doing that drawing and being such an inspiration. You always are, and taught me so darn near all that I know. And so with that, we'll go ahead and pop on over to the seals, and I'll catch you guys at all the lives this weekend and hopefully a maker's bunch. So cheers to you. Here it goes. Be alive, everybody. Are you here? Am I here? And we can't hear me. Let's start over again. Are you here? Am I here? And we can't hear me. Let's start over again.